Hi Gemini, welcome back. So Gemini, this is going to be your reading and we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. When I was meditating on the collective Gemini energy, I immediately got an image of a pencil. Okay, somebody was writing something. I don't know if people still write letters these days, but maybe some of you like to write or draw. But I also saw a pin, like a sewing pin, like a sewing needle. And then the song came through, just the one lyric, nothing else matters, and the memory remains, which I think is a Metallica song. So some of you might like Metallica, you might know that song. And I might actually be mixing two songs, but I definitely heard the memory remains. So there's something that's like etched in your memory, okay, that it's there. It's just there. It's very prominent. It's showing up very prominently in the energy. And the nothing else matters. It's like feeling some sort of attachment here to something that, or a thought or a memory that has some sort of influence over you, Gemini, but needing to kind of let that go, okay? And it's like Geminis have a very good memory, also very intellectual sign. So if somebody said something per se to hurt you, you wouldn't, well, you're not a fixed sign. So I do feel like Geminis can change and grow and move out of things relatively fast. But there's something that's still sketched in your memory. So kind of, but not really. Like it's the memory remains, okay? There's that saying, you may not always remember what people said, but you'll always remember how they made you feel. And so that's true, right, for all of us. And that could be at the forefront of what's going on within you, within your environment, within people that you're running into. What's really interesting is I got this card, the Sagittarius card. Now, some of you could be dealing with one or have this in your chart. But what's funny about this, Gemini, is I've gotten this card in every single reading I've done so far, and you're my third or fourth. So there's something about Sagittarius season or Sag energy that's really potent. Okay, so December in particular might be a very interesting month in that it has you thinking of all different types of ways to do new things, try new things. It's a very philosophical energy, so you might be finding yourself, like I said, writing or feeling that, just that more philosophical part of yourself coming out, okay? It's a very like pleasure-seeking type of energy, but it's also a very blunt, very honest energy. So you might find yourself being more blunt, more honest than maybe you typically would be, okay? So you might want to watch that energy because it's a bit of like a risky vibe here. But for the most part, this is kind of pushing you into like a new wave, okay? They gave me the term new wavelength, all right? So to me, that means there's some sort of spiritual evolution coming in for the collective Gemini energy where you're growing in awareness. And I'm not talking about awareness of others. I'm talking about growing in self-awareness, that coming through, okay? So let's get into it, Gemini, and see what's up. All right, I'm going to get one angel guidance card, and then we're going to go into the head space, heart space, and the big spiritual picture. So action, action, action. All right, there's a lot of things going on, I feel, in the upcoming next 30 days or so that may require a lot of your attention, a lot of action going on. You might be looking for more of that. It's the holiday season in the U.S., so sorry. Some of you might be feeling like maybe overwhelmed in the energy, but as I was coughing, weirdly enough, I got the term urge to purge, which is what I was talking about in a video I recently did with Scorpio season currently still here. There is this purging energy going on for the entire collective, and it feels like things are breaking away from us, relationships, habits, maybe even jobs. Anything that doesn't serve us is kind of going through this death and rebirth process, including things about ourself that we're becoming self-aware of and letting go within self, right? So I feel that in coming through your reading as well. But let's see what you've got going on in the mind space here, Gemini. I also wanted to note that I very strongly got the scent of a stink bug, a stink bug. Right when I started your reading, stink bugs are really prevalent where I live, but and not the most pleasant smelling. And ladybugs. I don't know why I feel the need to bring this up, but take it or leave it. Okay, so headspace, the devil in the reverse. Two of Pentacles. The Emperor. And the Nine of Swords. So I feel like Gemini, this is what I was talking about getting on a different wavelength, of getting into the space of letting go of anything you might have been fixated on, especially because they keep giving me the lyric, the memory remains. Something that you've memorized or you have imprinted into your mind, but it's not a healthy thought, meaning it makes you feel in your shadow. It makes you feel anger, resentment, sadness, whatever. I'm just naming off a few shadowy emotions. That needing to be let go of, or like you're cutting the cord to that, okay? You're cutting off your focus of that. You're cutting off your emotion of that. Because it had you going back and forth, like questioning yourself, questioning your motives, questioning all of self, okay? So there's something here, and I feel that this is old energy, because they're showing me it in the memory space, meaning this has already occurred. So something that's already occurred that had you questioning or doubting the validity of self or something about self, okay? And that kind of being thrown to the wayside or needing to be cut out of your life, because I do feel it's still affecting you to some degree. It's affecting your confidence. Okay, so it could have been like some of you have some deep fears or insecurities that you weren't wanting to face, okay? And then there they were presented to you. That type of feeling. And it's just really throwing you off kilter, Gemini, and throwing off your headspace as well, because it's like, well, I thought I had that figured out, or I thought I had life figured out, or me figured out, and then something energetically being thrown in your face or right in front of you, and then it has you pause and like, well, I didn't see that coming, or maybe I don't have it all figured out. It's like, it's creating some sort of sense of questioning within you that's really unnecessary, Gemini, because I do feel like you know who you are at the end of the day, you know, and I feel like you're going to bounce back from that if you haven't already. And the one good thing about being a Gemini is, again, you're not fixed in nature. So for you, you kind of ebb and flow a lot with life, but this seems to be some sort of struggle that's kind of lingered longer than you would usually let something linger. All right, so let's go into the emotional space. Four of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Ten of Swords, and the Four of Swords. So, yes, there's that emotional holding on that I was talking about, okay? But then getting into this space of just kind of moving yourself out of it, allowing yourself to refocus your thoughts and your emotions onto things that make you feel more at home with self, more at peace. Some of you seeking out emotional comfort, or maybe just more sleep. Maybe all you need is just to sleep this off, okay? Some of you might have been staying up too late or spending too much time, exhausting yourself mentally, and all you really need is a good nap, or a good meditation. You know, it could be as simple as that. And usually it is as simple as that, Gemini. We overcomplicate our lives sometimes just simply because we're not giving ourselves the bare necessities of, you know, good food and sleep. So if you haven't been in that space, then this is the time to do it. There is a clearing of the energy here. So emotionally, whatever you had been holding on to, again, the same messages here that you're going to let it go, because it feels better to you to be in this more loving, peaceful space. And you're always going to be drawn back into this loving, peaceful space because that's who you really are, you know? So I feel like there is this clearing up coming through, whether that be actually clearing up something emotionally with another person or just kind of cleansing your own energy and allowing yourself to kind of move forward and to relinquish whatever this is that seem to be really messing with your psyche. Okay. Some of you, I don't think of Gemini as being a hard on their string type of zodiac sign, but in a way, yeah, because I feel Gemini, you're just who you are and that's who you are, and you expect other people to understand you, and when they don't understand that, it wounds something here. Okay, so some of you had your heart out on a string, okay, and the encouragement here from Source is just to continue to be who you are. Don't change who you are to appease others. If you feel happy in that, then that's okay. But there is this ripple effect showing up and this self-awareness coming up. So the great thing about creating our own reality is we also create our own personality. There are some fixed traits that we are that there's fixed traits about each of us that are developed patterns over time. We'll call that our personalities. But our personalities are not fixed. Our personalities are very changeable. It's just that people are slow to change, so it's hard. Sometimes people feel like, no, once that person is that way, they're always that way. Well, not really true, because we're always kind of amending how we want to behave to other people and how we want to react to other people, and that's a part of self-growth, right? And so I feel like I'm going into this because Gemini, some of you are going through that self-growth, actualization, amending type of energy. Okay, so let's look at the bigger spiritual picture then. King of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Hermit. So Gemini, okay, so here's your confidence. Like I said, you're not going to stay there long, right? Because this is empowerment, getting back on the horse, finding things in your immediate environment that give you pleasure, coming from this place of manifesting, being a conscious manifester, and really also doing some soul searching as well. So I feel that whatever this is that's going on, it's definitely creating space for you to continue to grow in your confidence and your awareness of self, and to start to consciously create the construct of self. Like the difference between, say, someone who's asleep, we'll call asleep people unaware, and awake, self-aware. The difference between an unaware or asleep person and an awake person is that the unaware person believes they are who they are and they have no control over who they are. And you'll hear people say that, you know, it's just who I am. And so they never make effort to change anything, even if who they are isn't giving them what they want out of life, you know. The aware person says, this is who I am in this moment, but I'm consistently changing and amending, and I do have the power to move this persona into whatever I want, you know. And there's a big difference between those two groups of people, because one is empowered and in control of self, and the other one is at the mercy of self. So it's like Gemini, this awareness coming in that's helping you to empower self, okay, to wake up parts of yourself that you might have been sleeping on, right? And things happen in our life so that we can address that, okay? And that's kind of what's going on, but it's working to your benefit, because it's like, okay, so I'm going to come back bigger and stronger and go, it kind of lights a fire under you to really start diving into the creation of self, which is empowering and beautiful and really giving me goosebumps, to be honest with you. So ride the wave. Ride the wave. Let's see what the Osho Zen has to say. Woo! Abundance. Woo! These readings are much quicker than my relationship readings, which FYI, the You versus Them readings will be out next, guys. Don't bail on me if you don't like these types of readings. I do all types of readings, so that'll be next if you prefer that. The next group of readings. All right, so Osho Zen. Yeah, you have the card of abundance. They gave me the word prosperity, so something like that coming in. Possibilities, innocence, and maturity. So the innocence and maturity is important because there's something that you were innocent about, unknowing about, unaware of, that you're becoming aware of, and it's creating more emotional maturity within you. And that is helping you to create more possibilities and abundance in your life. And that is what true empowerment really is. And it's beautiful. So let's see what the overall guidance card is, and we'll leave it there, Gemini. Oh, you have two here. You have cleanse and choices. So I also got the choices card in Scorpio reading. You could have Scorpio in your chart, be dealing with one. So it says, cleanse your body, mind, and soul. Cleanse, sorry. I'm getting a phone call. I hope that doesn't interrupt my video. Okay, so cleanse. Your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take time out for some much needed cleansing. Just as you wash your car, clean the house, or tidy your office. Your body also needs care and attention. It's time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. And then choices. When you accept responsibility for your life and the choices that you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen to and appreciate the intuitive wisdom that's inside you and apply it positively and constructively to your outside world. So you got some choices to make here, Gemini, and don't forget to prioritize your well-being, your emotional well-being. Maybe even could benefit from doing some sort of cleansing ritual or energy cleansing during this time frame, right? But overall, it looks like you are, they keep putting me to sing, back in the saddle again. You're back in the saddle again. All right, so I'm wishing you the very best, Gemini, and zodiac signs you might be dealing with or have in your own birth chart have Sagittarius, Aries, Capricorn, Leo, and Virgo energy, all right? Any of that could be in your chart or dealing with someone that has it in their chart, or just could be the influencing vibes. If it resonated, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do go live there as well. Tarot Time with Dana, all linked in the description box below. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so in the About section by clicking on the donation link. Either way, I am wishing you the very best, Gemini, and until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.